Hello, I am back to do another pen review. On my last video, someone requested that I do a review of the Pilot G2 pens, which I really like. I don't use them as much as any of my other pens, but they are pens that I've had for actually at least a few years, but I don't use them as much. So I'm just going to, here's just some of my pens here. And these are my G2 pens. Here, I'm just going to pull these out. Now, I don't even know how these come. Like what kind of packages they come in. Because like I said, these are really old. Or not really old. Some of them are newer. Some of them have been purchased within the last few months. But others are really old. And you'll see I have a lot of, I'm going to try to steady this camera and make it kind of straight. Alright, some of these I have duplicates of. And this is not like one set. You know, I would buy single pens. And obviously this is a special one with a design on it that I don't even remember where this one came from. So I'm just going to lay all of these out. I have pink black. This one's actually a really dark blue. And I am a freak when it comes to colors. I like to lay them out in certain ways. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. Okay. So as you can see, let me just move my Winnie the Pooh and figures out the way. Okay. As you can see, I've got some blacks, 3 blacks, a dark blue, 2 lighter blues, 2 greens, 2 light greens. That's gonna bug me. A brown, an orange, 2 reds, a purple, 3, what would I call these? Kind of like maroon, burgundy kind of, and 3 pinks here. Like I said, I don't know where this wood came from with the design on it. I will put a link below to all the different Pilot G2 pens that I do find, or some links below so that you can find them, check them out. Now, as I said, I don't really use these that much. And here's why. I like what I call juicy pens. Now, my last video was on the Papermate Inkjoy pens, which I love. They are what I call juicy pens. And some people don't like that. You know, I don't want a pen that's going to leak as I'm writing, but I don't like the feel of a scratchy pen. I don't want to feel like I have to you know, go over my writing to get it to show up better. Okay, here's some paper that I made and I printed out. You can see on the bottom I've got my company name. And so I'm just going to test these out a little bit, and I'm hoping that the video that you can actually, let me just move these, that you can actually see well enough. I don't know if it's close enough. I don't want to zoom in because I'm afraid it's going to get blurry. Alright, so we've got the black one. Which is actually pretty good. It's kind of, let me see, can I zoom in? Is that gonna make it blurry? Let's see. The camera doesn't want to stay put. I don't know. But yeah, the black, it's okay. Now right now I'm writing on, I think this is like 2 sheets of paper, and this paper is, I think, 24-pound weight, I believe. Alright, so that's the black. And I've got blue here. Oh, actually, where's the dark blue? There's a dark blue. It almost looks black. You can hear they're kind of scratchy. You can even hear the mechanism inside, the spring inside, kind of making noise as you write. These are refillable, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, looks like you can refill these. With lighter blue. And they're just like that. I switched from capital to lowercase. You know, they're a little scratchy. I guess I'm just used to, for a writing pen, this is my favorite. I know, this is supposed to be, you know, a video on the Pilot G2, but when it comes to writing, this Inner Gel by Pentel, the needle tip, it has to be the needle tip, is my all-time favorite. I'll talk about that another time. But so I'm trying not to compare in my head. Let's see, here's the green. This is a dark green. I mean, they write fine. I'm not having any trouble with like skipping or anything right now. Let me try another black one up here. Oh, that's great. Light green. Now, this is a newer light green. This light green that I have here is a little older, and you can see the ink's gone. You can also see as it got older, there's some leaking around the top and around the top inside there. So I'm gonna see what this older pen writes, or how it writes. Wait, let's see how much ink's even in here. Well, there's still some ink, but it's way less than, you know, it's been used quite a bit. So let's just see as I get ink all over myself. That was very smart. Let's just see how well this one writes after, you know, aging a bit. It's a struggle. It's not as vibrant. I don't know if you can see very well. It's not as vibrant as the first light green, the newer one. You can see a little bit of skipping as I was writing. And it felt a bit scratchier, which I don't like. Let's try the brown. This table is a plastic table, and it's textured, so there's a little bit of bump to it. Oh, I like this. I like the orange. Vibrant and just the right amount of juice there. Let's see, red. Red too. I actually use this as my marking pen. I really got green all over me. I use the red as my marking pen for grading papers. Almost done here, purple. I'm writing really sloppy, don't judge me. Purple's okay. The way that it writes. A little bit of, what are we calling this? What do we say? Fuchsia? Maroon? Let's call it burgundy. Yeah. And we've got one more. We got some pink. Pink, pink, pink. Can we see that? Let's see here. Okay. So these are the colors here. And I should have done a comparison kind of side by side. Let's see, if I wrote in, this is the other pen that I reviewed, the Papermate ink choice. If I write in pink, and then you can even hear the difference. You know, this tip is, let's see, I think the tips might be the same. I don't know. I think they're both 0.7. As I'm not on camera here. I think they're both 0.7. I don't know. Let's look at. So this is it. This is how it looks. You can see that older green. You know, the colors are nice. They're vibrant. Like I said, I like the juicy. You know, I want it to be juicy. I want it to. I don't like scratch when I write. And I purposely picked thicker paper because I like the way that it feels. Especially because, like I said, my surface is a little bit bumpy. So I really wish my camera would stop wobbling there. I know that's annoying. Okay, so yeah, like I said, oh, wrong pen. These are the, you can hear the scratch when I write, and then when I write with the ink choice, it's a different kind of sound there. It's a different feel too. But you know what? All in all, I would say these are good to have. I do use these. I use these in my journal. Not as much, or in my planner. I don't use them as much as my other pens, but I do use them. The colors are nice. If you can catch a set on sale, you know, I'd say go for it. If you like scratchier pens, I'd say go for it. They work well. I don't, unless the pen was older, I really don't remember there ever being a problem with having the ink flow when you start writing. Everybody hates when you have to, you know, scribble in circles to get the ink flowing when you want to just write. So yeah, I would recommend these. These aren't, I don't hate these. There are some pens that I hate, I have to tell you. And I would never recommend these. I do recommend. They're not my favorite, but the colors are nice. They're nice to have on hand. I wouldn't use them for coloring because, like I said, they're pretty scratchy and not as juicy as I like for coloring. But you might like them. So if you've used the Pilot, I'm just putting these back here, you can see. If you like if you use the Pilot G2 pens, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of them. And what pens are your favorite? I have a lot of pens. It's ridiculous. I have some pens that, I have these pens, and some of the colors are just really horrible. I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of pens that I have just because they're cute. Like this one. The way that it writes, it's just horrible. I've got some cute pens here. There's my zombie pen. It's horrible with writing as well. Here's a super cute pen. Cactus pen. It's good for writing too in your journal, especially when you do have to do some fine writing. Look at that tip. Can you see it? Of course you can. Let's see here. Can you see that tip? It's a nice little tip for fine writing in your journal or in your planner. When I'm filling in little spaces, it's really great. I got this little baby from Happy Scrappy. I love Happy Scrappy, and all of her products and her pens are really nice. So, like I said, if you use the Pilot G2s, let me know what you think of them, and if you love them, if you hate them, and If you'd like to see a review of any other pens that I have a lot here. There's a ton down there. All over. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.